Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to use the request library in Python. So to get started, what you want to do is install requests. So type in pip install requests into the terminal. I've already got it installed. So from there, you want to open up a Python file and type in import requests. Now I'll just show you what this actually does. I'll give you an example. So request is all the HTTP data going in the background of your browser. So if I press F12 here and open the network tab and refresh the web page itself, you'll see a request was made to the URL and it was made, it says code was okay. And as you can see, it was a GET request that was done. And this is what it looks like in our browser, but this is the code behind the browser itself. And it also got the favicon up in the corner. So we're going to implement the same thing in Python. So if we type in r equals requests, which will grab the module, and type in get because that's the HTTP method, and we'll also just grab the URL as well. So grab the URL up here, paste it in, just type in URL between the method. So now, if we go print r, it will return a 200 response code, as you can see. And if we want the actual HTML code behind that, what we'll do is put dot text, and it'll run it again, and this is what we've got. So now, you may be wondering, how do we, log into web pages? So we can download web pages. How do we log in? So what we need to do from here is type in the username password and click submit, and a request was made actually. So it was made to this page called login PHP, and that's the exact address here. So if we copy that and paste it into the URL variable, and we want to change our request type actually. So there's another type of request we can do. It's called a session, and a session basically holds the information or data into the variable itself. And what I mean by that is when you search across websites, you will get cookies into your session, and basically it will keep you logged in or being still tracked by the website itself. So it's not temporary. You can hold like a permanent connection there. So if we type S for session, and we'll go request session, this capital S. What this does is it initiates a session. Now, instead of typing in request.get, we'll type in s.get and the URL here. So that will do exactly the same request as last time. It will hold a session, so it will retain the cookies. But in our case, we actually want to do a post request because we want to log in. Okay, so now we can do a post request, but before we do that, I want to show you that we've got a payload tab at the top, basically saying that the username and password was sent over, and this is the value that we actually sent. Okay, so how do we replicate this now? So what we want to do is go back to the file editor that we're using, and we'll call this one payload, and we'll say equals, and this will basically create a dictionary value of what we want to send across. So the first one was user. So this is actually called a key as well. So user and the password here, they're both keys, and these are the values of those keys. So we want to type in user admin, okay, and do a comma, and the other one was pass, I believe, yeah. Colon, and we'll type in admin here. Now, if we print the value back, we'll just turn this into a variable actually. Type in data equals, and we also want to put the payload up here as well. So we'll actually type in data equals payload. Okay. So what we're doing with the post request is we're saying, hey, send, we'll grab the URL and send the payload to that, which is this information here. And now we want to print out what the status code is. So we've got a 200 status code. If we change one of the variables, I believe post, okay, let's just type in text here, see what we get back. Okay, so as you can see, it returned the next page for us. So that's how we know the post request was successful. So that's the basics on how to use the request module in Python. In other videos, we'll be going through how to use APIs on websites. We'll also be using reverse engineering techniques to make our own APIs, and that comes in useful for websites, Snyk websites, and also I'll show you how to do it on mobile applications. We can also use the request module to do some web scraping as well, and we can compile our own data for a neural network machine learning. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to stick around for more content. I appreciate you for watching the video, and yeah, stick with me for further videos. Thank you.